So check this out. I go see Creed 2 the night before Thanksgiving, and Adonis Creed and Victor Drago are fighting for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Victor Drago, big jacked up ass, fighting for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. That means that Victor Drago is enrolled in the clean boxing program and Errol Spence is not. Embarrassing, ain't it? Oh, what's up, y'all? Hope y'all had a happy Thanksgiving, man. I've been away for a hell over a week now, man. What was kind of the big news that I've been gone? Alright. Hell, I think it might have been the day before Thanksgiving, man. Somewhere in there. Dante's Bias Nation put out a video saying that Mikey Garcia revealed the drug testing for the Errol Spence fight. And Dante goes on to say that, you know, Mikey Garcia talks to Bernardo Osuna from ESPN Deportes, and he tells Bernardo that that they are doing VADA testing for the Errol Spence fight. And so, you know, shout out to Black Horseman, and also shout out to CBT and Made Man. Those guys gave me plugs in their videos, and they're doing a great job, so shout out to them. And thank you from me to them. As Black Horseman said, you know, Dante putting out this information, but there's no links in the description box. There's, you know, there's nothing, man, nothing to follow up on to see, you know, if this is true or not. So since he said Bernardo Osuna, I'm thinking, all right, that was on ESPN Deportes. So I typed in something like Mikey Garcia, ESPN Deportes on YouTube, and sure enough, the interview popped up. But he's there with Travfdy Sr. and some other guy, and I don't know Spanish, but the last question that Bernardo asked, around a 9-minute 19-second mark, he asked Mikey about VADA, and from my translation, I typed in the words that he said into Google Translate, and he basically said that that yes, that they were doing VADA testing, that during the negotiation it was discussed whether it would be USADA or VADA, and that if a company was going to be used, that it would be VADA. That's the translation that I made from what Mikey said. Alright, so I'm thinking like wow, okay, so this goes against what Victor Conte said, you know, what I came on and reported and did a video on, which I am not taking down. I have not taken down, and a video I'm proud of, because Victor Conte's tweets inspired me to look up the differences between VADA and USADA, and in that video I explained the differences, and for those reasons, you know, I'm proud I did that video, and that video will stay up. I don't delete videos. The only videos I've deleted are videos that that I did live and were poor quality, you know, very choppy. You could not understand, you know, or see really what was going on because of poor live streaming quality. Alright, and you know, so I'm like, man, I'm like, you know, did Victor get bad information, you know, like what's going on, you know, is Mikey mistaken, or, you know, like what's going on? So I was coming up with all kind of scenarios, you know, of what could have happened, right? You know, whether Victor got bad information, whether Mikey is mistaken and wrong, whether both guys were telling the truth. Maybe Victor Conte, you know, putting this information out there saying that there was no VADA testing, maybe that caused them to start doing VADA testing, or caused them to want to have VADA testing for the fight. And then Mikey went on and said that I thought that could be a case. You know, it's just a ton, you know, just a ton of situations and scenarios, man. You know, was it something that was not finalized yet for the fight? You know, they just had that big press conference and they wanted to go ahead and announce the fight, but, you know, kind of settle on those differences at another time. You know, all those kind of things, man. So, you know, I was waiting, man. I was going to come on and do a video saying those things, different things I thought could have happened. And, but I was really wanting to see what Victor Conte said in response to all this, man. You know, I sent him the video, and some other people tweeted Victor Conte about this also. And Victor Conte, over what, the last hell, maybe what, 48 hours or so, he put out some tweets, more information. All right, and basically, Victor Conte has not changed his position. He has not said that he got bad information, that he has received confirmation that there's VADA testing for the fight. According to Victor Conte, there's no VADA testing for this fight, to his knowledge. All right, and let me say this, guys. You know, and I was feeling this, you know, when I was thinking about all the different scenarios as to what was true and what not was true, whatever. The truth is going to come out. The truth is going to come out, because if there is VADA testing for this fight, VADA will put out a statement on their Facebook and on their Twitter welcoming Errol Spence back to their program as he prepares for Mikey Garcia. Now, that tweet or that post may not come out until February. You know, I've seen them do these posts like a month before the fight, saying that they welcome a guy back to the program, you know, before his fight. So we may not receive that notification until February. And from what Victor Conte said, you know, if VADA is going to be used for this fight, you know, what are they waiting until January to contact VADA to request testing, you know, or after Christmas or some point? You know, like I said, I think Mikey Garcia should go ahead and he should try to get that testing done, you know, for the 4 months leading up to the fight. You know, because all this time VADA could come test him because of the clean box program, while Errol Spence, you know, no VADA, no USADA are gonna come test Errol Spence. So you know, but in the weeks and months leading up to the fight, I felt that this kind of testing should be done. All right, you know, and if they are waiting until what, January, only like 8 to 10 weeks before the fight, you know, I don't think that's good. You know, I think it should have been longer. All right, so let's go with what Victor Conte said. All right. This was November 24th at, let's see, 2:39 a.m. I think Pacific time is what this time is for him, because I think he's out on the West Coast. All right, he was tweeting about the Charlos who missed VADA test. All right, you know, twin Charlo and future of boxing twins both missed random VADA drug tests with WBC clean boxing program, and then he has a link to the bad left hook article. Seems boxing deserves a reasonable explanation from the Charlos. Ed Errol Spence Jr. also should enroll in 24/7 365 Ed VADA testing program and provide leadership. See, Victor Conte is staying on Errol Spence's case. You know, as I said, Victor Conte's eyes are on Errol Spence, man. All right. You know, and you know, no reason, no excuses for Charlos missing the VADA test, man. You know, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, they should be stripped. You know, you missing tests, it needs to be penalties, man. Severe, harsh penalties. They cannot let guys get away with missing tests, man. You know, light slap on the wrist of failing tests, missing tests and stuff, man. You know, they got to make statements, man. All right. Jamar Charlo interim WBC middleweight champion. All right. Now let me go on up here. All right. Okay, so like somebody tweeted to Victor Conte about the Charlo twins ducking VADA tests for headline about December 22nd. Let's see. Looks like this might be Black Horseman here. BH Careers, BH_careers for you. All right. And Victor Conte responds: the Charlo twins seem to have some explaining to do. Boxing scribes not asking for a reasonable explanation. Why not? Stringent testing is needed for clean sport. You know, Victor Conte questioning why media types don't ask or not questioning Charlos. You know, some of these channels, the LGBT or whatever they call, they put out some of these videos talking about Charlos missing tests. You know, and maybe they have. I haven't really been paying attention to my feed too much over the last few days. All right, I don't know, but I have a feeling that a lot of people did not cover this or say anything about it. All right, you guys can tell me. All right. Then Victor Conte responds to somebody tweeting about Wilder Fury doing VADA testing. All right, this was, let's see, November 24th at 5:19 p.m. Victor Conte: if Wilder and Fury are doing camp VADA random testing, then why no testing for Spence versus Garcia or either of the Charlo twin fights? Boxing needs leadership. Those at the top need to step up and lead by example. Health and safety is important, and so is a level playing field. All right, all things that I've been saying. All right, let's continue. All right, I think he retweets this Gabriel Montoya tweet talking about Wilder and Fury doing VADA testing for Ring Magazine. All right, Victor Conte says read this article by Gabriel Montoya because it is informative. There are valid reasons why VADA catches boxers cheating and USADA does not. USADA has huge loopholes in their testing program. Boxers can use potent stimulants all they like during camp to cut weight under USADA. You know what I pointed out in my VADA versus USADA video, where I talked about Errol Spence denying VADA testing for a fight. All right, you know, I pointed that out, how, you know, that list of stimulants was only for in competition, which is only the day of the fight. You know, as long as you don't test for a positive day of the fight, you're good. You know, you can use it through training camp. You can cycle off and test clean on fight day. It's all good, man. A ton of stimulants, man. Terrible. You know, the only way it's an even playing field is if the other guy is doing the same stimulants. And not everybody does those stimulants or wants to do those stimulants, you know. And certain guys can do this in camp and get away with it, man, and test clean. Oh boy. And that's supposed to be fair testing with USADA, you know, WADA, UK anti-doping? Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. Alright, now let me continue. Alright, now Victor is responding to people tweeting about Mikey Garcia saying that there's VADA testing. This is November 24th at 6:21 p.m. This guy, Miguel, tweets to Victor Conte: Mikey said recently that VADA will be doing the drug testing for this fight with Spence. Alright, and this is what Victor Conte said: I truly hope that Mikey and Spence both enroll in the VADA program soon. Alright, that's the key word there, soon. There are huge loopholes in the USADA testing program. VADA tests for many more PEDs during the weeks leading up to fight night. USADA seems to lack a genuine interest in catching boxers. Alright, there it is. You know, the man with the knowledge himself saying that, you know, VADA tests for more PEDs during the weeks leading up to the fight than USADA does, you know. Alright. let's see. Now, this was a tweet. He responded to Dante here. The main man, Dante's Boxing Nation, Dante's Bias Nation. I mean, let me cue up Dante's music. That nice country western music that Dante plays during his videos. I wish I had me a cowboy hat. You know, one of the biggest Spencer characters on YouTube should have the ESJ logo on his videos. All right. He responded to Dante's tweet. It was a link to Dante's video. Mikey Garcia reveals drug test details for Errol Spence fight. This is what Victor Conte said in response. This was November 24th, 9:22 p.m. to Dante. Hope you are right about Mikey and Spence doing VADA testing for their fight. But, in capital letters, but, my understanding is that neither, capital letters, neither has contacted VADA about testing. Talk is talk. When they both sign the forms, then they have both walked the talk. It is November 24th and zero, in capital letters, zero contact with VADA about testing, question mark. See? So, you know, Victor Conte, I guess somebody at VADA is telling Victor Conte that, you know, that nobody has contacted them about testing for Mikey and Errol Spence fight. You know, if they are in fact doing VADA, what are they gonna wait until after the holidays? You know, and then start testing just a few weeks before the fight. You know, that's a disadvantage to Mikey Garcia, but you know, because VADA can still test him anytime during the year. You know, for the rest of this year and the beginning of next year, and throughout training camp. You know, and if that's the case, man, you know, if that's the way that the testing period is working, then you know, I'm putting that on Errol Spence, man, because you know he was the A side. He could dictate those terms. You know, if Mikey pushed for VADA so hard and then Spence actually gave in to it. You know, maybe Spence could have said, okay, well, let's start doing VADA testing on, you know, whenever, sometime in January or whatever, you know, sometime after the holidays. You know, I was hearing Spence, didn't Spence say in that backstage with ES News when he was getting into it with Terrence Crawford, didn't he say that he don't train during the holidays? I think he kind of said that. I think Sekback asked him, then he kind of laughed. He said like, I don't train during the holidays, something like that. So, you know, which, hey, it could be a bunch of bull. You know, he got a fight coming up, and you know he could be repairing. You know, and no testing. If the guy wants to do something, he can do it. You know, so all right. Now, let's see. This was Victor Conte responded to this guy HJAC887. All right. This guy tweeted in response to Victor Conte, what I just read, maybe it benefits Mikey not to be VADA tested for this fight at least. You know. Terrible. Alright. This is Victor Conte's response. I strongly disagree. The Mikey versus Spence fight needs stringent PED testing like VADA. Boxing scribes make me laugh when they try to act like real journalists. You know, as far as I'm concerned, this was a shot at Dante. Dummies have reported that VADA is doing testing for the fight when nobody, capital letters nobody, has contacted VADA about testing. We will see. You know, me personally, I would think that somebody would contact the VADA by now and say, hey, we want to use you guys' services. We want to start testing on this day, even if it is in January. You know, what they're gonna wait until what, a week or two before they want to start using VADA. You know, to try to get VADA in place. I would think they need a little bit more of a heads up. Myself, you know, so I don't know, man. You know, according to what Victor Conte is saying, what Mikey says, not looking too good, looking too hot, man. All right. I also responded to this HJC 887 guy, because he needed to know that while he's saying maybe it benefits Mikey to not be VADA tested for the fight, he needed to know that VADA can test Mikey even with them not doing VADA testing for the fight. You know, even with them not hiring VADA to test him in the weeks leading to the fight, VADA, if they want to, they could still go test Mikey, man, because he is enrolled in the clean boxing program. You know, so he is always subjected to VADA testing. You know, and I sent out a tweet replying. I said, Mikey Garcia is subjected to random year-round VADA testing through the clean boxing program because he is a WBC champion. He is actually at a disadvantage because Errol Spence Jr. could use stimulus and pass USADA, while Mikey cannot because he would fail VADA. Alright. And of course nobody responded to that. But, you know, those are facts. Alright. Let's see. Victor Conte retweeted pugilist specialist. Where he sent out a tweet saying that Victor Conte is saying Spence is not signed up for year-round testing. And then Victor Conte puts out another tweet. November 24th at 10:54 p.m. I'm loving that Errol Spence is on Victor Conte's radar. Spence is not signed up for year-round VADA testing. He had not in capital letters. Spence is not signed up for year-round VADA testing. Spence did a few weeks of VADA testing before the Brook fight because Matchroom Boxing demanded it. That's right. Kell Brook was the A side. He was the champ. He wanted VADA testing for the fight, and Errol Spence had to accept those terms, you know, for the fight. So because he was the challenger, he was the B side, you know, and now that Errol Spence is the A side, you know, if there's no VADA testing for this fight, it's on Errol Spence, man. You know, because he would have been the one rejecting it if Mikey wanted it, and they don't have it. It's on Errol Spence, man, because you know he could refuse and say he don't want that. He could say I want USADA instead or whatever, you know. I don't know if Mikey is mistaken, if he has been fooled or tricked, if he think it's VADA and it's really USADA. I would hope that Mikey isn't lying, you know. But I don't know, man. But like I said, the truth is coming out, because if they are doing VADA for this fight, VADA will put out a statement in the coming weeks and months saying that Errol Spence has re-entered their program, you know, to test for the fight. All right. Now, Victor Conte also says another tweet: USADA and other federations following WADA code like UK Anti-Doping use a limited out-of-competition list of PEDs. Stimulants are not included when testing boxers except on fight night, so boxers can use them to cut weight, which is a competitive advantage. Giant loophole. Alright. Let's see. Then he sent out, let's see, this tweet was November 25th at 7:57 p.m. Heads up for pro boxing. USADA has a huge loophole in their testing program. There are 65 stimulants considered to be PEDs. USADA allows, in capital letters, USADA allows their use anytime except on fight night. These stimulants can be used to aid training and cut weight. WADA prohibits these stimulants at all times, in capital letters. You know, VADA prohibits these stimulants at all times. You know, I'm telling you, man, it's VADA or nada. You know, it's VADA and that's it. I don't hear nothing about USADA, nothing about UK Anti-Doping. You know, those are bad words in my opinion, man. It's all about VADA testing, man. Preferably year-round VADA testing. That's what I want all the top guys in boxing to do. No exceptions. All right. Let's see. There was a doctor who requested the prohibited substances from USADA in competition, and Victor Conte tweeted him the link. All right. Let's see. This was 10:37, November 25th, 10:37 p.m. Victor Conte, heads up for pro boxing. Speed, meth, and cocaine are allowed by USADA except on fight night. How is this possible? Because USADA does not test for these potent substances out of competition. Damn. It's wild, man. So you can do with USADA, you can do speed, meth, and cocaine during training camp. Just don't pop on it you know, on fight day. Oh man, just have shit out of your system on fight day. It's crazy, man. And that's it. That's pretty much all of the hot tweets up to this point as I've done this video. But you know, man, you know, at this point, I'm still siding with Victor Conte, man. You know, I think Victor has contacts at VADA, and I think people are telling him at VADA that they have not been contacted about the Spence Garcia fight. And you know, I have to see proof, man. I have to see proof that Errol Spence is doing VADA testing, man, because the guy ducked the clean boxing program. And if the information is true, what Victor Conte said, you know, what, a week or two ago at this point, you know, about the A side turning down VADA testing for the fight, you know, if that's true, you know, 2 red flags for Errol Spence when it comes to VADA testing. So, you know, Mikey going on saying that it's VADA testing, I need to see proof, man, to believe it. I got to see it to believe it. And for me to believe it, VADA has to put out a statement saying that, you know, saying that Errol Spence has re-entered their pool for testing for the Mikey Garcia fight. Or unless Victor Conte comes out with a tweet saying that he congratulates Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia for doing VADA testing, or he received notification that they are doing VADA testing, or whatever. You know, unless Victor Conte, you know, comes out and says that they are, you know, retracts his statements or confirms that they are doing it. You know, so that's the way I'm feeling about it, man. You know, and if they are doing it, you know, if Victor Conte was wrong, then hey, great. You know, that's what I want. I want Spence VADA tested. Hell, I want him VADA tested now up until the fight. You know, and Mikey, but you know, it's kind of hard to believe, man, that, you know, that Victor Conte would be wrong. You know, and also I thought about this. You know, when Victor Conte was putting out those initial tweets, you know, and still now, well, not all of them, but for most of these tweets, you know, he is tagging VADA in these tweets. He is tagging, you know, Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence in these tweets. You know, if what Victor Conte was saying was not true, then why did nobody respond to Victor Conte saying that he was wrong? You know, why didn't Errol Spence respond and say that there is VADA for the fight? Why did Mikey Garcia not respond and say that there is VADA for the fight? Why did VADA not respond and say that no, Victor, they are doing VADA testing for this fight? You know, even VADA did not respond and say that Victor was wrong. You know, and a couple of days ago, VADA was putting out tweets responding to what Tom Lawler said, correcting him, saying that what he said was wrong about the Canelo, them not testing Canelo or whatever he was claiming, you know. So yeah, you know, I thought about that also, man. You know, is Mikey just saying this to die down and talk, or to I don't know. So did somebody tell Mikey to go out and say that they will be testing, or that they will do VADA testing? You know, even though that they have not signed on for it yet. You know, have kind of giving them some verbal assurances. You know, I don't know, man, but I got to see the proof, man. I got to see it to believe it. So, you know, I think that's it, guys. You know, Victor Conte's standing by his words, and you know, I'm gonna keep believing him until I see otherwise. So, you guys can let me know what you think. and I will check in with y'all soon, man. Thanks for watching.